Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again, playing some Beam. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a deep dive and figuring out where to put the steering lock for the axles. So here's the axle file. What we're going to go ahead and do is unpack it, and this can break the mod sometimes, so I did make a backup copy of it on the desktop, so we don't need to worry about that. We're going to unpack it and then open it up in the folder whenever that's done. And then we're going to go to basic map, probably just grid small pure. Open folder, and now we go and load up a map and load up the mod. Just grid small pure. It's a fitting loading screen, I think. And because I have 380 mods installed, this might take a little bit. You're gonna see a void for a second. Okay, I am recording my voice. That's a good thing, right? Yeah, I know I need to cut down on mods, but I don't know what I want to get rid of. That's a problem, I guess. I suppose I could look in that repo folder and just be like, I haven't used this mod in a good 8 months, let's deactivate it, instead of just deleting it entirely. Okay, so here's the truck. This isn't what we're meant to edit, so we're going to load up what we are. I'm going to load up Martyr, because it's got the best axles and the best testing environment. Martyr. And give it a second to load. Hopefully it won't take too long. It's taking long, of course it is. Awesome. Here's Martyr. You can see it in all its glory. Now what we're going to be testing is the steering lock. Right now, you can see that honestly is not a lot of steering lock. The rear seems to turn a little bit more than the fronts. But the reason why it's like this is because before, when the BeamNG update first came out, and they were steering to their full lock, what would happen is under braking, when you're steering and then did a brake, and you can see it still kind of happens, is that this tire here turns in more than any other tire. If I do top-down camera, because that's a really cool new feature, you can see the back right tire is turning way more than everything else. And it'll be the same in reverse. This time, it'll be the front left tire instead of the rear right tire. Pretty much the outside tire turning will do the big re and do that. And the best solution I found to keep that from breaking stuff is to not roll over, but was to limit the steering lock. Like if I do a slow motion pass here, let's get rid of that smoke by just heating up the engine with the trans brake. There we go, we should be at operating temperature now. Yep. So I'll do a slow motion version of what I'm trying to show. So we'll get to, say, 30 miles an hour when we let off the gas here. Turn and keep the gas on. Once we see we're at full lock, I'll tap the brakes, and you can see that tire has now turned beyond what it was just now doing. Now with this amount of steering lock, that's not a problem. That doesn't touch anything suspension or body panel wise. It's not breaking or hurting anything. That's why it shows this amount of steering lock. But if we go ahead to Explorer and find the JBeam file which we need to edit, I believe it's suspension. I'll look at it later. Let me just get the game back to normal speed and reset the truck. I'm going to pause the game, just make sure it doesn't run in the background for no reason. And there's your wheels. Nope. Must be suspension files, so down here someplace. There we go. Factor, if we just bump factor up by 0.17, or to 0.17, and then 1.9 or 19, and then negative 19 here. We should have our files edited. And we need to do this for both variants of rear steering, because there's independent and locked. I mean, we could just do the locked one, but that's that file edited. That's the rear tires, rear suspension. Scroll down to the same level for the front suspension as well. Just up each one by 1, or 0.01 in this case over here. And that should be it. That, because there's no other steering selection for that. Now BeamNG says it's not responding. That's because we edited files. It should reload the mod, or at least load the files, and then once it's responding again, we refresh the mod by doing a control reset or hard reset. Alright, still taking its time because 300 mods. Or 2 files edited, I don't know what it's doing. It's taking its time, whatever it's doing. If you hear doggo barking, there's a doggo barking. That would explain it, I guess. Alright, so we won't see any immediate change until we reset the truck fully. Just a reminder, that's what it was steering at before. Let's do a hard reset. And here's where the lock's at now. It's a little bit more. It's not too much. We will try our same test of drive, steer, and brake. Yeah, for sure. That's more, and that now that's starting to get close to the sway bars with suspension compressed more in the back there, instead of it, being compressed in the front here because we're on the brakes. That could cause an issue. We don't want it to cause an issue, and that's why it was at the level it was before. And that's camera weirdness happening right there. Wow. I'm not doing anything except moving the camera a tiny bit. Thanks, game, for being as flawless as ever. And here's our same wheel view test from before. I'm gonna move the camera back to here so we can see what that tire is really doing. Just that one. That's a good view. Alright. We shall hop back into the file editor. And let's try something here. Bring this one back down to 18, but also bring this one to 18 so that they match. Maybe that'll keep it more stable. It's already pretty good, but just in case. And I'm going to leave these files open from now on. In previous testing, this didn't break anything, but we don't want it to break anything. Preemptive poking, so that someone else doesn't have to. Did I get them all here? Eighteen, 18, yep. Review, and just like this so that we know which one is which. Now, the game will do its loading thing again. Or we just perpetually age by 100 years per second. I mean, wait for loading. Update, still loading. This is why I paused the game. If the game was running, it might say application hang and just crash immediately, even though it's still loading. Update, I'm now 4,000 years old, and we're still loading. There we go. Alright, so setting everything to 18. Remember, one of them was at, what, 19 before? And this is how it turned. Do ourselves a hard reset right there. And take a look at it. It's looking pretty good. About the same actually, but still pretty good. I think that's a pretty good middle ground, I'll be honest. It still kinda does it. You can still see the tire turning more. But it's not bad. That was weird. The wheels just kind of stay connected. Wait a minute, do they have to be different? I wonder, do they need to be different in order for proper breakage? Because right now, we have, wherever it was, lock degrees and factor as the same of 18 degrees or 0.18 for factor. Do they have to be different in order to get us proper breakage? Because like that looked like it just broke that tie rod, and that would have been awesome. That would have been an awesome breakage. But then the wheel just flew off too. I need to go pretty fast, I guess, to replicate that. And then just turn and watch it flip. There goes your 4-link bar. And there goes a wheel that was locked up. That almost makes sense. Alright, I don't think we're gonna get much farther just throwing this thing around at 100 miles an hour. Let's take it to a track. Just do Hawaii custom. That should already be cached, so it shouldn't take too long to load. In theory. Or it'll take another 4 million years. You just never know with this game, really. And looks like it's going to take at least 3 million years. Okay. My thoughts, ideas, and theories, they're all wrong. Gee, why is it taking so long? There we go. We're missing previews because something preview machine broke. Alright, so Hawaii Custom. This is a map I've been using to test Martyr on. We're just going to confirm its working condition. I'm going to throw on independent steering so I can get better control and stuff and everything. There we go. I'll give you guys just a game capture because you probably don't want to see the notepad windows open anymore. Alright, there was a hard impact there and no breakage. Let's try up this backlip wall here. Or just vertical wall. Oh wow. Okay. We'll brake suspension and 4-link bar. Maybe that's not unexpected, that was a weird hit. Truck is performing nicely, and it's got some of its steering lock back. Hard hit on the sides. We lost like everything there. Wow. Everything except for a 4-link. Links are breaking as they're supposed to. If you remember before, they were having weird breakages where they would physically break, but not visibly break. That's been fixed a couple betas ago now. Happy to report that. Okay, this is a good hit. Wow. That was a really weird hit and nothing bad happened. Awesome. Oh ho ho ho! That's a big crash. Surprised that axle didn't break. Alright, let's go ahead and try another truck here. Overkill with my own custom mini tune with the bow tie on and independent steering. I can't remember if I have the test sway bars on or not. This was made before that. Well, let's see if the sway bars just immediately break upon doing anything. If not, then it's the good sway bars. If so, it's the bad ones. Looks good to me. Awesome. Okay, 4-link bars are probably a little bit weak. At least compared to the axle now. Now that the tires are really good and strong, the sway bars are taking a lot of damage. I don't know, the hood, it's stuck. The hood didn't kill us, but it will take out the front drive shaft. I just wanted to do a flip, but the game was like, haha, no. Alright, I think we can try another big sidewall impact. I'm liking the way this truck handles with this extra bit of steering lock from before, or versus before. And it should lead to better drivability, and hopefully no steering problems. That was a cool save from the broken 4-link bar, giving us more articulation than we should have had. Yeah, if anything, it's not the tires that'll give us more articulation than we should, it'll be the sway bars breaking more often. I think that's the conclusion for today's video. Now, ladder up and crash horribly on the sidewalls. Didn't really do what I wanted to there. I'll try one more time. Man, and if I fail again, that'll be the video. Come on, every time I want to crash and test something, I'm awful at it, but every time I want to do good, I just fail horribly. Alright, direct side impact on the wheels, nothing bad happened. Alright, what can I talk about for 30 more seconds to get the video to a clean 30 minutes? How about the fact that, oh yes, in a few days, maybe Christmas or Christmas Eve, so like tomorrow even, the next event for the Multiseat Endurance Championship will be up. I've got it all edited together. I just need to grab Nathan and do some commentary with him. If you're up for that, leave a like, favorite, comment, share, and of course don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks, Game Boy out. See you in the future.